March 2025 is a very, very busy month, guys. I just want to really preface this that we have a lot of retrogrades going on in March, and on top of that we have eclipse season. As the month progresses, we will be feeling a buildup of like fire energy. Really, that Aries energy is really going to be felt, and it's going to be very much like a tough love kind of energy. Things won't necessarily be coming to you very easily. You're going to have to really work for things. My hopes with this video is to help you really dive into the energy of March, to work with this fire energy so that you can have long-lasting benefits throughout the entire year, really using this month as a jumping off point for you to feel very successful and just ready to go for the rest of 2025. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Courtney and this is my monthly Cosmic Energy Download series. I am so happy to have you here. Today's video, I'm going to be highlighting the energetic themes of March 2025. I'm going to be going over some celestial moments that I think are noteworthy, some crystals that pair well with this energy, and at the end of this video, talk about any fun life updates, so stick around to hear that. Alrighty guys, so for the flow of this video, I'm going to start off with those astrology highlights first. I'm going to be talking about Venus retrograde, the lunar eclipse in Virgo, Mercury retrograde, Aries season, also known as the astrological new year, and last but not least, the solar eclipse in Aries. Starting us off at the very beginning of March, on March 1st, we have Venus retrograde. So if you are not familiar with Venus retrograde, it really is a time when we are not seeing clearly when it comes to appearance, love, and money. It's really advised to choose low risk things during this time involving those subjects. So, don't make any huge, big financial decisions at this time if you can. It's not advised to. Things with your appearance, like if you can, hold off on doing any cosmetic things, getting a haircut. Chances are it just might not be how you just might not like it, to be honest. You might not be visually pleased with your appearance during this time. It's not to say to not do things, it's just a time to kind of take a step back. Don't do any big design projects, home furnishing things. You're going to want to wait until the end of Venus retrograde, which is April 12th. So starting from March 1st to April 12th, I want to just put it out there. You may be feeling a little bit different when you look in the mirror, or you might feel a little bit more self-conscious, or you might be spending money and you might be like, oh my gosh, I need to stop spending so much money. You might not be making wise choices. So this is just a PSA for anyone out there. We are entering into Venus retrograde, and we need to be mindful of this. A crystal that I recommend working with during Venus retrograde is just a good classic rose quartz. Depending on what's going on in your life, rose quartz can bring abundance, it can bring love, it can make you feel good. It's a really good self-care stone. So gravitate towards that stone for the next month and a half to really put you at ease when it comes to any Venus subjects. Next up, on March 13th, we have the lunar eclipse in Virgo, and this lunar eclipse really does emphasize an ending happening in our lives. I could see the theme of this full moon lunar eclipse really being about how we speak to ourselves, if we are our own biggest critic, kind of like if we hold ourselves in high regard. Those are the kind of things, this Virgo shadow energy, that we may feel bubbling up at this time. So it is a time to reflect on how you truly feel about yourself, your place in the world, your relationships with others. Do you feel like you are being selfish in a situation? Do you feel like you can be more, giving to someone, whatever the case may be? This Virgo energy is very much going to be feeling that Venus retrograde. Virgo energy very much cares about their appearance. So I wouldn't be surprised if you are a Virgo sun, rising, moon, you might be feeling a little bit off during this lunar eclipse. For everyone else out there, maybe Virgo isn't in your big three. It really is a time to think about your daily habits, your routine, your health. What are things that maybe you need to let go of? Maybe you want to stop having a lot of sugar. Maybe you want to cut back on carbs. Maybe you need to go exercise more. Like, this is definitely a full moon lunar eclipse that's going to light up your health. I know for me personally, lunar eclipses definitely take a toll on the body. I think we can all be feeling a little drained during this time. And not to mention, eclipses do bring just like this chaotic energy. They bring about a lot of manifesting energy too. If you want to learn more about how to work with eclipse energy, I definitely recommend checking out this video. I posted it a long time ago, but definitely go check it out to review what I said. It really helps you understand how to work with this energy to manifest. But take it easy during this lunar eclipse. I could see it really affecting a lot of our physical bodies and just feeling really drained. A crystal that I recommend working with during this lunar eclipse in Virgo would be green calcite. This will really help unblock your heart. You might notice things that you want to change in your life. It could be a very transformative time. So green calcite is great for this. It can really ease, things away from you that no longer serve you. Really working with your heart chakra. So grab some green calcite and just try to feel into this energy, really be still and release. So following this, very draining, very eventful lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 14th, the next day, we have Mercury retrograde beginning. It's going retrograde in Aries. So I really do feel like the communication at this time, Aries can get really frustrated in conversations when people aren't understanding them or they're not seeing eye to eye. I think you should not let your anger overrule your empathy when you're in those one-on-one situations. Remember, we're still in Pisces season, which very much is in tune with their intuition. When we have this kind of communicative Aries energy within this Pisces time, remember to stick and think about how that person may be feeling on the other end. Don't let your communication style be more aggressive or angry. Really meet them, be eye to eye, and talk things out. Mercury retrograde will go on until April 7th. So it is a little bit of time where technology may be haywire. It's not the best time to do a lot of travel plans. If you can, I would recommend doing your travel planning before March 14th, or wait until mid-April. That's when things are going to be a little bit better. But I totally understand that might not be the case. Just really look at your itinerary and comb through it very carefully. Things can easily get missed when you're booking things. I made a recommendation in February to do your taxes in February because of this Mercury retrograde happening in March. And as we know, in April is when taxes are due. So March is a very much tax heavy month. So if you can do your taxes in the beginning half of March, I'd say that's a little bit more favorable, but it's okay. You can still do your normal life. It's just something to be aware of, to double check things during Mercury retrograde. A crystal I really recommend working with during this Mercury retrograde would be chrysocolla. This is a great stone that really helps you build your communication. It's really great, I feel like, for that Aries energy, that Aries Mercury energy. And be a good listener. It helps you be a good teacher and be a good listener. It helps you communicate. It helps with your intuition. It's a really great stone. So that would be my number one recommendation for this Mercury retrograde. Next up is our big celebration of Aries season happening on March 20th. I have some champagne here to celebrate. So if you didn't know, Aries season is the kickoff to the astrological new year. So I thought I would do a cheers with you. I feel like 2025 is definitely going to be testing all of us. I'm hoping that the beginning of Aries season can really bring abundance to you, to help you see how maybe some obstacles that have arisen so far are really helping you develop into this person that you really want to be. This is for you to keep striving forward. We got this, guys. Happy 2025. Okay, so back to Aries season. So really, we are in the midst of this sandstorm of energy going on, right? We have all this retrograde energy. We have eclipse energy. And now we're starting a brand new year, technically, right? We can kind of feel like things are really starting to move around this time. Kind of reflect on maybe changes that have happened since January to now. You might feel more settled into this new life that you're living, or maybe things aren't, as murky as they were at the beginning of the year. Granted, things at this moment might feel a little chaotic as we are going through this retrograde and eclipse energy, but you may be able to foresee where you're going at this point. Aries season really does bring a lot of fire to us. Although it isn't technically a good time to act on things, I would say during this, this day on March 20th, the beginning of the astrological new year, I think it's a good time to set intentions of things you would like to do maybe in a month or two. May and June are really good times to act and put things out. It's that launching period. So ideate now, think about your intentions for this year, and kind of plan on acting on them in May and June. For crystals for Aries season, I would definitely recommend working with carnelian and honestly pairing it with chrysocolla, like I just mentioned. I could see those two really helping you kind of like be brave, be a leader, communicate with others about your ideas or things that you think are kind of like slipping and you want to like revamp, like you have a good suggestion to like fix a problem. Those two crystals can really help you be that courageous leader and to start and spark those conversations with others. Alrighty, and the last celestial moment on my list is on March 29th. We have the solar eclipse in Aries, and man, I feel like we have like the best moment for last because I personally love solar eclipses. This is like my jam. I love that solar energy, that really creation, and the fact that it's in Aries just doubles that manifesting power. It really is a time to envision things, to call forth things, not quite act, but to really feel it, see it, manifest it. I think that solar eclipses in Aries specifically can really act as gateways to quantum leap to this next version of you. By this point in the month, we will still be in that chaotic energy, right? But we are getting closer and closer to April when things are going to start weaning, right? We're weaning away from that retrograde energy by this point. So if you are planning some big things that you do, kind of want to launch fairly soon, I would say, with this eclipse energy, you can kind of work a little bit more on launching things during like the first 2 weeks of April, closer to when Mercury goes direct, I'd say. I say this because I know a lot of us are going to be feeling that fire. We're going to be feeling like, I just want to put this out into the world. I'm ready. Like, let's do this. But it is advised to kind of wait a little bit. Wait as long as you can until you are really seeing clearly. Those rose-colored glasses are really going to be messing with us, I can say I definitely can recall from the last Venus retrograde just feeling a little bit different about seeing myself. So I could see a lot of us having those rose-colored glasses on, that Mercury retrograde, kind of like miscommunications happening, a lot of changes going on with the eclipse energy. So just try to pump on the brakes. But if you have to launch something, I would say wait until about April 12th. And last but not least, a crystal to work with during the solar eclipse in Aries would be a gold rutilated quartz. I love, love, love this crystal. It just helps you kind of like quantum leap, to be honest. Like that rutile in the quartz, it's just like this lightning in a bottle. It really helps you get there fast. So manifest, work with that crystal, think of this person, think of this new reality that you are jumping into, and really believe it and see what happens, in the next 6 months until we have another eclipse cycle happening. So those are all the celestial moments of March. A lot going on. I hope that you kind of understand kind of like that it's going to be a messy month. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, but we are going to be feeling that fire. That Aries energy is very much a manifesting energy. It is a go-getter energy. It is our body, our physical body. We really feel that with Aries. And there's going to be a lot of attention towards our bodies during this time. So I hope you're armed and ready to carry on with March, to talk a little bit about kind of like some life updates with me. I thought I'd share. I currently am in the process of changing my last name. I vlogged a little weekend in my life that I think is going to be coming out next week, so stay tuned for that. But I kind of like show the process of me like starting to change my last name. So I'm excited for that little rebrand for myself in 2025. Definitely aligning with that new year, new me. I'm excited to be Courtney Stevens very, very soon. Another thing that I've been doing that's kind of fun is I started facial acupuncture. If you know me and you know my vlogs, I like to get chemical peels. I like to get facials. I'm always doing kind of like healthy wellness things with my skin. And I'm ready to start my facial acupuncture journey. I would like to really reduce fine lines on my face. You know, I'm in my 30s now, so my skin is aging and I want to be preventative, you know, with holistic things. And I've seen a lot of great things about facial acupuncture, so I am actively trying this right now and I'm excited to keep updating you. I'll probably do more vlogs on it. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more of my journey with facial acupuncture, and I'll make sure to create some more vlogs on it. But I will say I'm really loving it. I think it doesn't hurt too bad, to be honest. And I feel like I am starting to see some results in the areas that we've been targeting. So I'm excited to keep pursuing. And last but not least, I have something in the works that I'm going to be releasing very soon. Like I talked about in this video, it's not quite the time to release it yet, but I have something brewing and I'm excited to share it with you. Probably the earliest I could see me sharing it is end of April, but I'm kind of aiming for May because the astro energy is just a little bit better then. So stay tuned for something really fun coming your way. I'm excited to share it with you guys. I hope that you are having a good start to your year. I feel like it's really gone by so fast. You know, a reminder, 2025 is a year 9. It's all about things ending in our life. It's cycles really coming to a completion. We're going to be starting something new in 2026. So you may be feeling a lot of change and a lot of evolution. And I just want to let you know that that is normal. That is how this year is going to be about. You know, when we go through change, it's not always easy. It's going to be a little hard. I hope that you can work with this energy, this transformational time in March to kind of recognize where you have outgrown yourself and you're ready to step into this new version of you. I'm really excited for you guys. Hang in there. We're all going to be going through this together. And I really am wishing you the best and a wonderful Astro New Year. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here and you want to keep following along with some fun astro highlights in the coming months, definitely subscribe. I come out with these every month. And yeah, guys, I'm just happy to have you here and I'm wishing you a wonderful day and night, and I will see you in my next one.